Well, good morning, Facebook. I'm a little early today. I'm a couple minutes early, actually, just a minute now. I'm having lots of internet trouble, and I wanted to make sure I could get on. So, somebody sees this, let me know, and I will come back at exactly, well, it's actually only a minute because it took me 3 or 4 minutes to get connected, and that's what I was afraid of. So, you know, let's just do the countdown. I don't know how to do the countdown. I got a something. I got a thumbs up, so I must be out there. So that's good. Hello, Wendy and Cindy. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, this is exciting. I should find some music. Here, see if I can find some music. Make it a little better here. There we go. That's probably not what I want. There, that's better. Well, hello, Facebook and all the world. I snuck on a little early to make sure that everything is working because, as you know, the tech problems can be a bit of a challenge here on Heard Over Coffee. So today we're going to talk about how to stay calm during all this chaos. But man, first I gotta thank a couple people. Ziggy a couple days, and then yesterday my old friend Michael Junco, Burning Love, Miguel Junco called me. We had a wonderful talk. He's a good man, and I really appreciate it. This silly group, I probably should watch my words. This group has been fantastic. I've gotten to reach out to some people. There have been some connections back and forth between all of you coffee mates, and you know, I guess I can't say disappointed, but I'm surprised that I'm only getting 100 views or so. But you know, that is 100 people that are watching this in any given day. So, how fantastic at that! It would probably help if, for instance, I had sound in the beginning, or I didn't have to start early or whatever. But you know, I'm doing what I can. This is this is a makeshift operation to say the least. I've strung stuff. I don't feel like I should go to the store or the big box and order stuff, so I put it together. Um, yeah, look at that. Even Cindy and Ziggy. Boy, that would be fun to sit in a bar with Cindy Marlowe, Cindy Perkins, and Ziggy Z. Wow. That would be some sort of fun. So, what are we going to talk about today? Oh, first, I want to talk about, I got to go to the store yesterday. It's fantastic. My wife ordered almost 5 days ago, ordered some groceries, and I got to go out and pick them up. So, I don't know if you noticed, but I got to wear my bandana. I was the Corona bandit. And my friend Jeff Jobs said that I should go to the bank like that. I'm not sure that that would be a particularly good idea. I also want to talk about this here. I can find it. Is it this one? Nope, not that one. Oh, man. Well, never mind. So there's a great video or um a great, I guess it's a sketch piece of artwork that talks about handing love from one house to another, and we're doing a lot of that, aren't we? We're absolutely moving the love around with this crazy thing, this wonderful thing. I'm gonna start calling it wonderful, the wonderful thing of Heard Over Coffee. Thank you, all the coffee mates. I love that name. I think it's perfect. In fact, where is my coffee? I need some coffee, guys. Hang on just a second. Oh no, that's the wrong cup. Man, I'm having trouble today, so hang on. It could be a bumpy ride. Please fasten your seatbelts and keep your hands inside the ride. All right, let's go. Uh, what do you do? How do you stay calm when the world is in chaos? We certainly have chaos. There's no question that the world is just spinning around in all sorts of strangeness. We've got the media. Your friends are telling you one thing. This whole thing with the masks. Do we wear them? Do we not wear them? Are we supposed to wear the fancy ones, or should we make sure that the fancy ones go to the first responders? That's kind of how I look at. You know, we're we're lacking, some of us are lacking jobs. That causes huge uncertainty. So the money is going. The uncertainty is terrible. It's crazy. And it's so easy to get wrapped up and just spin ourselves into a cluster of pain and agony and anxiety and stress. So today I want to talk about ways you can reduce your stress, how you can deal with the fear and the anxiety. Uh, you know, you can't really do much about the corona situation. There's just not much you can do. You can't. All you can do is what you can do for your own self and your immediate community, the people you are trusting. So you wear a bandana to a grocery store. You don't do that for you because that bandana is not going to keep the virus to come in. But what it does do, I got seasonal allergies. I cough a little, even sneeze occasionally. That would be a very bad thing if I'm one of those asymptomatic people who can carry the virus. This mask, this bandit mask, will slow that down. It will keep those aerosol particles from going out. Maybe I'd sneeze on somebody's bananas or something in a grocery store. That's what it stops. I can control that. Something I can personally do to make this chaos. So first, we need to look at the fear. Is it reasonable? We talked about this a couple of days ago. Good morning, all. No, Miguel, there is no scotch in that coffee. Oh man, you guys crack me up. I could spend the whole program just looking at the comments over here, but then I wouldn't get any day. So we talked about defining the fear. What can we do? There is a pretty marginal chance that any of us, in our reasonable circumstances, are going to get COVID-19 or Corona, but it's still fearful because, as my father would say, I don't mind the bet, I don't like the stakes. The likelihood of you getting it is not very good. However, if you do get it, you've got a 15-20% chance of dying. So the stakes are huge. But the bet is not you're not very likely to it. So define that fear, look at it, and then evaluate the fear. That's what we're doing here. Yes, there is a terrible circumstance. To me, the fear of the economics is probably greater. Evaluate that. Look at it seriously. What are your personal risks? What are your personal responsibilities? And then eliminate the stresses you can. We've known from the very beginning one of the easiest ways to eliminate your personal risk is to wash your hands, not touch your face. Excuse me, I'm having a little trouble here today. Not touch your face, David. Yeah, that's the other thing the mask does. It keeps you from touching part of your face. So do that sort of thing. So avoid the negative and accentuate the positive. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned how to set this whole thing up. I've been going live now for 20 days in a row. Man, I've learned a lot. I've learned, I'm going to talk tomorrow about the things that our pets can teach us about dealing with this situation. I'm spending probably a half an hour to an hour researching each show. Boy, that's been fascinating to see what's out in the internet and everything's going on. It's great. Eliminate the stresses you can. So avoid the negatives and accentuate the positive. This is something I learned, I believe. It may very well be from You Are a Badass. It's something that I do a lot. I call it chunking it down, breaking the big, scary thing into little parts. So what can I do? I can wear a mask. I can do a podcast. I can keep myself sane. I can talk to all of you. What is it that I can do to make my life better? That small piece. If you can come up with one small piece, if you can do one small thing, it just gets you closer and closer to making your situation better. My friend Logan Hobney is on here. I have two people on this podcast that I have known almost my entire life. How fun is that? So control what you can control. Do the things that you can personally do. So stay inside, stay away from the negative. Find those things that you can do that will accentuate your positive. That will reduce the chaos, the spin, the craziness. You can do that. You have some things that you personally can do. Here's a big one, and we talked about it yesterday. Be grateful for what you have. Savor those moments of joy. Find them, seek them out. the more you think about the good things, the less the negative stuff can sneak in. You can find what you need to do to make yourself happy. For me, man, it's my wife, my dogs, even the damn cats. Um, I've really found a lot of joy in spending more time with the people closest to me. Do I miss my son and my daughter and my daughter-in-law? Oh yeah, very much. But I do have a lot. I have a roof over my head. I have that sort of thing. So savor those joys. The flowers, the walk and the nature. We're in a pretty good state. You've heard this. I think you've heard this in every single podcast. Exercise. Exercise is so good at bringing your personal calmness, your personal wellness into you. Find just go for a walk. It's what I do. I'm not a weightlifter or a jogger or a yoga guy, um, but I can walk. And I sometimes walk as much as a half an hour a day. I'll tell you what, my dog loves it, and it brings me peace. When I'm walking, somehow all of the bad stuff, the weirdness, the chaos that's going on just fades away. It's just me and the dog. um, I've rearranged it. I used to let her roam free, and now I keep her on a leash because if she roams free and I have to go get her, I may have to come in contact. So you need to you need to deal with it the best you can. And once you get there, you find acceptance. You find that maybe it's not so bad. Maybe you can get through this. We're into this. 3 weeks for some of us. Some of my friends in California, it's 4. Some of the other states, it's less than that. If you would have told me that in 3 weeks, I would have gone out a total of maybe, I don't know, 14 times, I would have laughed at you. That's a regular day. But I'm finding acceptance. In fact, I'm kind of liking it. There are some things about this that I really enjoy. I probably will not go back to the rat race that I had before. I've learned a lot. This crazy thing has taught me, and one of the things I've learned is to reconnect with great friends like Black Label. Man, that's cool. And Ziggy and Cindy and I talked fairly often, but all of you folks that are rolling around over here in my topic. Hello, Mark Dunham. See, that's another great example. Mark and I knew each other years ago, and now we're connected here on the internet. How wonderful! I mean, I just think this is it really brings me joy. Uh, I do complain a little bit about it because it's not the easiest thing for me to do. I like to say I'm an introverted extrovert. This isn't all that easy. I get quite a bit of anxiety before I can do this, but I know that I'm helping people, and I know that it helps me to give this. So here you are. You've got some acceptance. So live in the moment or look to the future. Now, those are not the same thing, but in some ways they are. So, what can you do right now? But think about it. I'm guessing, I'm no expert. I don't even play one on the internet, but I'm thinking somewhere about June we're going to start to see some reduction in the severity of this. In fact, we're already beginning to see some reduction in the severity. I think somewhere around June, maybe middle of June, we're going to start to be able to do things. I'm hoping maybe the market will open back up. I'm really hoping I can go get a cup of coffee because I'm not very good at making coffee. Even with the fancy machine, I don't know how it works, and sometimes it tastes great and sometimes it doesn't. So look to the future because this too shall pass. All things pass. Remember that it takes rain to make a rainbow. We've got to go through some of these terrible things. My father used to say, "It rains on everyone's parade." Uh, we we're going to get through this. I do not believe that it's nearly going to be nearly as bad as we thought. Even I don't know a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to look here. Somebody wrote me a long comment here. Ah, there we go. So, if you have let's just move this over here. Look at what Nancy says. She's great. She lives into 55 and older, so she can ride her bike. She can exercise. She gets to do a lot. She's staying safe and sound. That's a perfect example. So Nancy is doing what she can do to control her environment to create a circumstance to create what she can do, and by doing that, she reduces her fear. Fear is the enemy here, folks. Chaos is the enemy. We need to find ways to reduce our personal chaos, and if we do that, it will reduce the universe's chaos. So dance in the rain. And remember that painters and photographers know that without darkness, there will be no light. You have to have contrast. You have to have the good and the bad, the yin and the yang. Those parts. It's just part of our world. Does it have to be this severe? Well, no. I kind of wish it wasn't quite so crazy, but it is. And there's not much that we personally can do about the outside chaos, but we can do a lot about the inner chaos. So now you have the opportunity to take advantage. Hard to believe it, isn't it? You can take advantage of this crazy chaos of your fears. Now that you've got yourself found some ways to cope with it, there's some things you can learn. I'm working on my file system. I'm doing this show. I'm working on my book. I would have more trouble doing that if I did not have this time. In fact, I just got a big commercial order that I'm going to get a commission piece. I think I've just about got the details locked down. So I'm going to get to spend some serious time in the studio over the next week. How fantastic is that going to be? I'm really looking forward to it because I haven't really created anything. Boy, that's a little funky, guys. I'm going to switch this music around here. Much better, much calmer, much less chaotic. Did you know I used to be a really bad DJ on the radio? Yes, I did a blues show. Yeah, it was not good. So here we are, folks. I pretty much got to the end of all of this. And what did we talk about? We talked about evaluating our fear. We talked about figuring out a way to we talked about once we've evaluated, what is it we can do? Is it as great as we need? Can we can we cut down on the chaos? The simplest way is to do what we can do and not sweat the small stuff. The football coaches say this a lot. Well, we can only control what we can control. Boy, isn't that true? You can't control the media. You can control how you react to the media. You can't control that damn virus, but you can control how you react, how you deal with the virus, and you can do the best you can. So if all else fails, grin and bear it. Suck it up, buttercup. Do what you have to do. And if it's really bad, duck and cover. I'm really just kidding. It's not going to be that bad. So we get to wait it out. And again, I have said this more than once. If you're really in danger, if you're really in trouble, if you need something, ask for help. It's hard for some of us to ask for help. I'm not very good at it. Quite frankly, I do not ask for help. I try to figure out a way I can do it personally. Fortunately, I have a wife who's really good at asking for help and is very, very wise. And she makes me, like go to the doctors when I'm having brain trouble. But ask for help. Go one day at a time. And I would hope that you would join me in the morning here on Heard Over Coffee. I want to ask a favor. For a while, I was the #1 David R. Day search on YouTube, and now apparently there's a West Point grad who's posting a lot. If you have a chance, go to David R. Day Creative Boise, I believe is how you search it. You might have to search a little because the guy's prolific. He's got a lot. I learned from my friend Elle that you need 100 subscribers to be quote unquote legitimate with Facebook. I think I'm at 9. So if you have a chance, or not Facebook but YouTube, if you have a chance, go to YouTube and please subscribe. At the end of each show, I upload all of them to YouTube. So if you're thinking, what was it David said about fear a couple of days ago? Well, you can go to YouTube and you can find that video. Man, oh man, I greatly have to tell you how much I appreciate this this group of people that come in and out on this program. I don't even know what to call it. Oh boy, yeah. Wendy Lee says, boost your immune system. Why do I not just do this? Boost your immune system, vitamin C's, D's, along with your walks. I agree with that. Vitamins are a good thing, especially for those of us who maybe have a few more miles on us. Yes, it's absolutely. Oh yeah, here I'm going to throw this in. So I'm basically done, but I want to talk about the comments here. Simplify from Henry David Thoreau from my fellow artist friend Peter Cohen. This is all great advice, folks. If you'll share with each other, share with me. If there's something you'd like me to talk about, let me know. I had a brainstorm session. I couldn't sleep last night. Some of you may have seen this photograph last night. Whoops! I clicked the wrong button. You may have seen this phone. I call this Insomnia Moon. I was having trouble sleeping. I looked out, and this is through the trees of my backyard. That is the pink moon, they call it, the spring moon, the planting moon. Some people also call it because it appears bigger and brighter than any moon in this season. So, again, folks, think about what the chaos is, define it, evaluate it, do what you can do, and don't sweat the small stuff. This is David Arte. I'll be back tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time for Herd Over Coffee. Thank you so much, folks. I'm out.